Another book I decided to read for this assignment was The Boy Who Dared by Susan Campbell Bartoletti. Um, Susan Campbell Bartoletti is a Newbery Honor Book author. And this book is actually based on a true story of a boy who was in the Hitler Youth during World War II in Germany. I would say this book is probably for about ages 12 and up. I would have middle schoolers read this. Um, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing too graphic. Um, and there's also a really interesting perspective. It flashes between the present, where the main character, Helmuth, is in jail, um, and also between the past, and he kind of tells a story leading up to how he ends up in this jail. Unfortunately, this book left me feeling pretty unfulfilled at the end of it. What happens is Helmuth really is pretty young from the beginning, from when this whole movement in Germany happens and Hitler takes over. He's basically forced kind of to join the Hitler Youth, but he really doesn't like it. And as he grows up and becomes an older teenager, he decides to start spreading propaganda about the Nazis. And this is extremely forbidden. Eventually, they find out it was him, and he goes to jail for it. And it's all kind of talks about his family, talks about his experiences, talks about the war. It would be really great to use in comparison with a history lesson, since it is based on a true story. Helmuth was a real person, and this actually did happen. All the details in the story might not be true. And also, in the back of the book, there are great photos and descriptions, and also a timeline that would go great with a history lesson. But I was really left wanting more. I wanted more details. I wanted more of Helmuth's story. It seems to progress pretty fastly. You go from a time where he's much younger to a time where he's about 17 years old, and all this propaganda business starts happening. And then soon after that happens, he's arrested, and the book basically wraps up. So I really wanted more, and that's what left me unsatisfied about this book. I've always been interested in World War II, especially Holocaust literature. So that's one of the really big reasons I picked this book. And I would definitely recommend it to more of a younger middle school age set. I think it's appropriate for them. If you want to know more about The Boy Who Dared or Susan Campbell Bartoletti, or even the Newbery Honor Award, go over to the authors or resource section and you can find out more about these.